So another little advantage of bidets that I forgot to mention is a bidet could prevent a lot of toilet clogging, which would help prevent a lot of cleanup. It'll make everything more sanitary, prevent a lot of waste, and it'll also make the whole big system later on clog less and be easier to clean out. Just another little advantages of maybe having a bidet instead. Another way we could make it these things a little clog less is if we take paper towels and toilet paper and replace some of it with cornstarch or something else on the outside. Cornstarch is pretty solid material, but it becomes a lot squissier and starts dissolving. And I'm just using cornstarch as an example, as other ones, when exposed to water. So when you're wiping your butt, it's solid for a while. Then if it hangs a little while in the bowl, it becomes less solid, and the whole thing can get torn apart more easily, preventing clogs and making the whole filter system work better. And it will also decay faster and more naturally in the environment than cellulose that toilet paper was made out of. But also cellulose will be ripped apart so more bacteria can eat it more efficiently. Another thing you could potentially do to make this whole thing better, and I'm saying potentially, is you could even have you could try to figure out ways to formulate toilet paper from the very beginning to be more soluble by using different agents that add more hydroxide groups, H2O, which makes it more soluble, certain things. Another advantage of cornstarch paper over existing one is cornstarch is slightly more environmentally friendly than cutting down a tree. Then once you cut down the tree, you have to do so much work to the tree to process it. Paper making is an extremely complex one and uses lots of bleaching agents, lots of water, lots of energy, shipments, and really destroys forests of it. And every time you replant a tree in the forest, it's not the same because you have to disrupt the soil microbiome and stuff, and old trees can support more life than young trees. So better just to leave the forest alone. And cornstarch is already a big byproduct. Now, there is other starches from not only cornstarch, I'm just saying cornstarch because that's the biggest one, but there's ones from hundreds of starches from all sorts of plants. Almost every plant produces some starch. And there's a lot of other plant material. So we could figure out some other ones, or we can start making paper out of leaves or stuff that's not as durable, good for writing, but the plant leaves do it. You can possibly get rid of what I just said by using recycled paper, but recycled paper has its own cons in that you have to maybe remove a lot of the ink or coloring with it or other chemicals added that might be bad from many exposures down there or might make it look weird and stuff like that. And stuff like that. Another thing to think about though with bidets, and I know a lot of bidets have it, is that bidets can have a lot of different settings, and the different settings can be comfortable for different people. And for some people, even find it relaxing. I've never used one, so I don't know what the strange relaxing thing is. But maybe you can possibly get sensory issues that you have with bidets away with all these different settings. Maybe it could just be make going to the bathroom more pleasant for some people, so they go to the bathroom more, which might help with potty training. Maybe being less noisy overall. And I've always talked about making a quieter toilet. Maybe having a quieter toilet and have the whole system less noisy and less, and making it just a little easier will help with potty training and motivate people more to do it. Maybe, I don't know. Well, I also still think there should be paper towels in case there's any mess that you have to clean up there. With paper towels that absorb a lot of liquid and stuff on pot might not be the best now I think of it with a mess. but I still think it's something to look into. Maybe it takes a while for it to break down, so you can just leave it when the first sign is clogging and wait a long time, then try to unclog it, which is not the most convenient, but it might be a happy middle ground. I do not fully know, but I'm just thinking these things kind of through in real time, kind of not. A bidet could also have, but if you have a bidet, you could also have a feature that just cleans out the rim of the toilet a lot better with spraying water, so it cleans out the whole toilet. And I believe some bidets already have that feature within it. You could also potentially lower the amount of water a bidet uses by using a little bit of air mixed in the water, not too much, or using a bunch of smaller streams. They've actually done it with some showers that clean your body just as well, but use streams of water to make it less aggressive of one thing. And I know I went from showers to butt cleaner, which is kind of funny, but they also use it in water toothpicks. I'm just saying it's a general concept, and bubbles can also clean more better than just a single one, because when they pop, they can dislodge stuff better. You could even have bidets maybe with a cylinder, and this is getting really advanced, with a cylinder that has chemicals in it to treat your butt if your butt has fungus or itchiness, which sometimes happens, or if it's sensitive or something like preparation H, but it sprays it down there. That's unlikely, but I'm just throwing out a lot of ideas right now. Another thing you could have, theoretically, is you could have a bidet that sprays it, and then it can analyze the spray with a diluted water to see what more the type of poop you have. And that's better than just looking at the poop water itself, because you need chemicals to be diluted in some amount so the light can go through it, or other things can go through it clearly. It's not just all absorbed at once, because once everything is absorbed, you don't get a signal. Now that's again a lot more advanced, and you would have to figure out the system a lot better, but I'm just throwing out a ton of ideas at the moment. So yeah, that's like 50 different bidet ideas. And oh yeah, you can have a multi-spray nozzle also for comfort and sensory issues, and have the nozzle equipped in different places. Well, thank you very much for listening. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers in a year and 4,000 watch hours, which is really, really hard, but with your help, I think you can do it. Also, if any ideas for future videos, comments, or suggestions, please leave in the comment section below. Thank you very much again. Goodbye.